Oh, good evening. So, today is day 5 and I'm going to make my dinner. Everybody's going to eat my keto pork chops. And if you look here, I have 1.44 pounds. I rounded up to 1.5 pounds. That means for this recipe, it's meant for a 1/4 pound. And so I did the math and multiplied everything by 6. So we have, instead of 1 teaspoon of butter, we have 2 tablespoons, because 1/3 of a tablespoon is 1 teaspoon. I have my coconut oil. It originally wanted 2 tablespoons, so now we have 3/4 cups. And parsley and thyme. Originally they were going to be 1 teaspoon each, and so we got 2 tablespoons each of these, and a pinch of salt. Now, if you've been watching what I've been cooking, I like garlic salt instead, and a pinch of pepper. So it wants us to do a marinade. So it says to put in the spices and the coconut oil. And the pinch of salt. I know, that's not a pinch, but we're looking at 6 more servings than originally computed. And pepper. And we're going one-handed again. Hold on, I'm going to put you down for a second. And then we're going to mix in the seasonings. And then put the pork chops in there. Now you're wondering what's going to happen with this butter? I'm going to cook in it. Okay, so the thing about butter is make sure it is real unsalted butter, not margarine. Margarine has different stuff in it, and it's not going to be quality fat. So we're going for quality fats. That's what keto is, according to what I've been reading. So we're going to throw this in. Now when I dump it in, I prefer to take it and make sure it gets really well dipped in. I should have used a bag, but I didn't. So we're going to do this. My family is supposed to be doing my dishes and have not put stuff away correctly. Hold on. I'm going to make a change here. I'm going to put them in a bag. Hold on. So when I was gone, I reread the recipe and realized I did something wrong. I needed to add Parmesan. They want 3 tablespoons Parmesan. And so this is 1 cup of Parmesan shredded. And to have the butter melted, and we're not going to do it in a pan, we're going to do it in the oven here. So we throw that all in there, mix it like this, mix it all in here. There we go. Make sure it's not chunky. when I was learning to cook low fat, I learned about, it's all about the seasonings that make the taste. And fat makes the taste, but you don't want oily, greasy taste either. So lather on that seasonings. Don't make it do too much, but so the right seasoning is going to make everything taste good. And then put the pork chops. We put the pork chops in the pan. My horrible imitation. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just not very good at that. And then put them in the pan. Try to get them to fit in there. Well, I guess between takes, the oil and fat, the really made it solid here. And then we baste them. Now it's going to cook at 400 degrees for 20 minutes. But when I'm cooking, when you cook pork chops, you go by pound, so it's going to be about 20 minutes per pound. So it's a pound and a half. So we're looking at about a half hour instead of the full 20 minutes with the other recipe. Just make sure you cook things in. You say we're going to make sure that things are cooked thoroughly. We don't want any issues. Now the recipe doesn't say to marinate it between, but I think what I'm going to do is marinate it between the times to make it taste better. Or I just can pour it on there and see what happens. How about I pour some of it on and experiment. This recipe is just not that clear about what to do, and so you just kind of go with it. I have leftover asparagus on other sides, so I'm going to probably do asparagus in this. We want to stay away from carbs, so no bread, no potatoes. No, sounds horrible sometimes when we miss our potatoes. But you gotta make sure you stay low carb. Now, am I totally innocent of this? No. I had a little bit of watermelon. Watermelon has about 7 carbs. So I might actually make it under my limits. So let's see. I guess I don't have enough. I'm going to make it caked and thick, and hopefully my husband will not be able to tell this is what he calls my diet food. He doesn't get it. Not yet. It's only day 5. Maybe he'll get it. This morning he asked me what I wanted for breakfast. We went through Jack in the Box. I ordered a ultimate bacon sandwich. Breakfast sandwich. And I said, leave the bun behind. He says, do you want any fries? I said, no. Do you want a hash browns? I said, no. So he doesn't get it. I asked him to tell them to leave the bun behind. I didn't want to waste the bun. He still ordered it. I think I'm going to just give it to my chickens. So we're going to put this in for about half an hour and get this all cooked. Let's see how it looks in a half hour. Alright, 30 minutes has gone by, and so we're going to pull this out. And see how this looks. Now it's going to rest for 30 minutes. But it's going to rest for 5-10 minutes. Ooh, look at that. Oh, wonder how my family's going to think about it. In the meantime, I'm going to make some asparagus. So I hope you enjoyed it. Bye!